Beyonce's overrated, Xbox is better than PlayStation, hot weather is better than cold weather, football is boring, baseball is the greatest sport of all time, and libertarians are wrong. Hey, what is up, guys? And by that intro, if I haven't lost 1 million of you already, like these videos get 1 million views. But yeah, today I am going to be talking about unpopular opinions. I've actually been wanting to do this video for a while because I always see it. In today's day and age, especially in the age of the internet, no matter what side of the coin you are on in terms of socio-political preference, religious preference, it doesn't matter. No matter what you say and do can be construed as wrong. You see like all these statuses and these posters like, oh, unpopular opinion, I believe this, I believe that. And if you think about it, unpopular opinion shouldn't even be a thing. Well, I have an opinion, so like I have an opinion that like Star Wars is the greatest sci-fi series of all time. Do I think other people share that? Some, yeah, many, a ton actually. Do I think everyone should? No, I know plenty of people that don't. I have one of my closest friends tells me like, no, I do not like that. Seriously, and my family too. Like they don't like it, and it's fine. Like that's their opinion on the series. Are they informed about it? Yeah, of course they are. That's where an opinion comes from. So like I just want to like talk about this basically because an opinion should be something that is informed, right? So and if it's not informed, then believe me, I don't even need to say this. There will be a ton of blowback when you say something and it's not backed up with any facts or evidence or even just general knowledge or education. Like sometimes we come up with opinions and it's just like, oh, I saw a headline on a phone. Let's be informed about the opinions that we have instead of trying to force other people to share our opinions. Therefore, because of that, unpopular opinions shouldn't exist because unpopular opinions are just like every other opinion out there. I don't anticipate everybody to love Star Wars, and I'm not going to argue or yell at anybody like, you're wrong, Star Wars is the best, blah, 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 unless you really want me to, because I'll argue. But, I mean, I'm not going to fight for something that is obviously subjective. Like, Star Wars movies and stuff, that's a subjective thing. Like, you either like it or you don't. Fine. That's your preference. That's and you could develop an opinion around that, of course. But, like, with the age of like unpopular opinion, this is where it kind of like gets muddied because I feel like unpopular opinion just means that a lot of people share, or you believe that a lot of people share a common opinion about a certain thing, a certain subject, or a certain thing, and you're not a part of that mass group to be a part of that. That's fine. You don't need to. That doesn't make your opinion unpopular because I guarantee you there is another mass amount of people, group of people who feel the same way you do. And they feel, and here's where it goes. Some people, sometimes the loudest opinion isn't always the right opinion, and just because they're louder, these people get drowned out. And that's it's kind of like, if you think about it, because I mean, like, if I were to hear someone say like, oh, I didn't like the movie The Dark Knight, obviously a lot of you share that look that I just did, like, what? Who didn't like that movie? Obviously, that movie, there's going to be some haters. There's going to be, I mean, not haters, but there's going to be people that didn't like it, that didn't prefer it, right? That's okay. That doesn't matter. Like, we shouldn't be like, oh, you didn't like The Dark Knight? What is wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, obviously, if you're friends and you can joke about it, sure. But, there's a level of like, hey, don't like attack people. Like, don't be like, you're wrong, this movie's awesome, or this thing's awesome, you're wrong, whatever. Especially if it's an informed opinion. Because if somebody says to me, they're like, hey, I don't like The Dark Knight, I wouldn't be like, you're wrong, you should like the movies that I like. I'd be like, no, I'll engage in the discussion, because the thing is, when unpopular opinions are being drowned out, there is no room for discussion, and the divide continues and gets bigger, right? And when the people that have unpopular opinions try to make a voice for themselves, don't drown them out. Engage with the conversation. Like Dark Knight. Like, hey, I don't like the Dark Knight. Like, oh, why didn't you like it? In this conversation could go one of two ways. It could either go, they're like, I just didn't like it. I wasn't feeling it. Me, I would be like, okay. I what am I gonna say to that? Like, I can't be like, well, you probably didn't watch it. Like, no, it's like, all right, you just weren't feeling it. Like, what else can it say? But if they say if they tell me they're like, oh, I just didn't like the tone of it. I felt like they could have done better, more. They could have put more comic book elements or something like that. Obviously, that starts a conversation. Then I could be like, oh, that's interesting. Like, where would you, like, how would you better it? How would you improve it to make it something that you would like? Like, you see what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, even with the unpopular opinion, it seeps into the political realm. And I'm not going to go into it, but we all know where that can go, because a lot of people share a mass idea, and then you have two big ideas, like going at it each other, and then you have a small group of people that are saying like, hey, look, some of you guys are right, some of you guys are right, or like some of the things that you do are wrong, some things you guys do are wrong. But it's like we feel like people like that don't feel like they have a voice. You know what I'm saying? So basically the whole point of this video is just like, if you like, unpopular opinions shouldn't exist. They're just opinions, right? And I feel like if you're gonna share an opinion, but be informed about it. Like, educate yourself. But at the same time, like, if you just have an opinion about something and want to share it, and be prepared to engage in conversation. And I'm not saying it's a two-way street. Like, unpopular people who have an unpopular opinion could just be so stoic and they're like, I believe this, you can't tell me anything, screw you guys, and just. Obviously, once again, we have to have that open door for conversation, because obviously there's going to be some people that are going to do the same thing to you, and you're not going to like it, of course, and it's going to go back and forth, and it's just this never-ending cycle. And the point of this basically is to say, like, if you have an opinion, just share it, be informed about it, be educated about it, don't be ignorant to it, and just have conversations. Like, I think in this day and age, we forget how to talk. Hey, maybe we should like sit down and actually have a conversation and like disagree. Like, obviously it's okay to disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing, but just don't try to shove down what your opinion is to an opinion that may be different to you, right? Because the thing is, in the end of the day, it's two different opinions, not two, like, there's a different, obviously you can have a different reaction when it comes to facts, and there's actual facts on the table and someone is just oblivious to it. That's a completely different conversation. But if there's like an actual opinion, like, hey, about one subject that you can see, and you look at it and I was like, hey, I see it this way, you see it that way, let's discuss and see what it is. Because odds are something that is already viable as fact, your emotional response to that will come out as an opinion, right? So your emotional response, your logical, your intellect, or whatever response to a fact or a truth that you see, an opinion is going to come from that, and it could go in however many ways. But just know that not everybody's going to think the same way you do, and that's okay, because we're people, we're humans, we're allowed to have that. But we're also allowed to talk. So I think it's time we should start talking again. That is all I have for today. Let me know what your opinion was on my video. But hey, I just, once again, I think it's time we should start talking again. And talk to me, message me if you want, and we can have conversations. I like to have conversations with people that have different opinions than I do, because that's how we grow. That's how it works. But yeah, that's all I have. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share this video on socials. My social media links are in the description below, email in the end card. And yeah, just see you guys in the next video. Peace out, peeps.